Yeah, how are you convinced? Because atheist is it's an active position, right? Like you're actively denying that there's a God. So what's the evidence that
Actively
there is no
denying
God?
there's a God. No, I've never said that. I've never said that.
No, that's by definition what atheist means.
I don't think. I don't.
Someone who believes there is no God.
I think you got that definition
But obviously,
incorrect.
there's
From the-
agnostic
Once
atheists,
again,
agnostic and
well, I'm full of it, man. I'm full of it. Full of it. The position I hold is agnostic atheist.
But that's not what you said initially, right?
I'm an atheist and agnostic at the same time, mutually inclusive.
Where are you getting that definition from for what that means? I don't know what that means. It seems contradictory to me.
I'll explain. So next, do you know what agnosticism is?
Yeah, somebody who doesn't know.
Doesn't know. Yeah. And then theism.
No,
is a-
atheism is somebody who
One second,
knows.
1 second.
Yeah.
Theism is a belief in God. I negate that, but I never said there wasn't a God. I
That's
just
the
haven't.
definition of atheist, right?
No, again, you believe in a God as a theist, and I don't believe, but it doesn't mean there isn't one.
Yeah. Can you provide me the evidence for this definition of atheist?
I just
don't know.
did. We
No,
do
you've
not.
claimed a definition.
Yeah.
I want to know the source of this definition.
Dictionary.
Okay, can you show me which dictionary?
I've got it at home. I can bring it next week.
I can research it.
Check it.
So you want to research the
Lacking,
atheist?
Yeah, what's the
lacking
dictionary
belief
definition?
in a God, negating your God. Didn't say there's not a God.
A person who does not believe in any god or gods.
Yeah, who
believes
does
that-
not believe in
I
God.
do not believe in your God or any
There's more
other.
than one definition, technically. But, you know what I mean?
Do you believe in?
Hang on a
Sorry,
minute.
I'm asking a question. Do you
No,
believe?
but before, because we're talking definitions,
Sorry,
right?
again.
Yeah.
I'm asking something. You're interrupting me.
No, but
You said no.
no, because look, I asked you for the definition of an atheist,
I
right?
just told you.
No, you didn't. The brother told me, yeah?
I just told you.
One second,
A lack
one
of
second.
belief in God.
1 second. You claimed that was the definition. He's read out that definition. I am now asking you, do you agree with that definition before we proceed?
Yeah,
You do.
I do.
So just reiterate it.
An atheist is a person who does not believe in any god or gods, or who believes that no
Now,
god.
how is that
exists.
in alignment with your view?
I do not believe in a God. That aligns with what I think.
Does that not contradict the definition of an agnostic? That an agnostic does not claim not to believe in God, they just don't know.
Yeah, obviously, there's a difference.
1 second.
I do not know there's a God. Do you know there's a God?
It's not a response to my question.
I think it is.
No.
I don't know if there's a God. That makes me agnostic.
That's not what you said. You said you do not believe in a God.
Okay. So knowledge and belief are separate. Believing in something and knowing something are separate, no?
Right.
So I never said I know there isn't a God. I never said that. I do not know there's a God. It's not the same as there's not a God.
So you're open to it.
I'm open. If you can provide evidence, reasonable, sufficient evidence, I'm willing to believe.
What evidence do you require?
At this present time, what can you present to me? So I'll look it over. What do you have?
He asked you for evidence, so you can you give evidence?
Yeah, because there's so many different categories of evidence, right?
Yeah.
I might give you a category of evidence that might not satisfy your curiosity.
Yeah.
You might have a certain criteria, so I want to know what that criteria is before I start giving you evidence.
What is the latest information you have?
There's no latest information.
Latest. What information do you have on there is a God?
There's loads.
I'll loads. Give me all. I'll read it over.
I don't want to give you loads. I'm going to be here for 4 hours giving you all
Give
the
me your
information.
best evidence of a God.
That's subjective.
Subjective to. I
Subjective. Best is subjective.
thought you'd be objective.
I know. That's what I'm trying to be.
Do you have an objective? Do you have objective information that there is a God?
I've got objective information, but it's subjective if it actually meets your criteria or not. For example, your criteria might be empirical. or your criteria might be more philosophical. Your criteria might be rational and logical. Your criteria might be historical.
I've got it.
Your criteria might be to do with scripture,
Yeah.
because you might be more leaning towards deism from your previous conversations at Speaker's Corner,
Yeah.
as opposed to, proving a God. You might be like, that's fine, I don't have issues believing in a necessary existence. I want to know more about the criteria.
Yeah, again, I spend a lot of time reading mathematics, science, empiricism, philosophy. Give me everything you have.
No,
No.
I'm not going to give you everything I
No, no.
have, because it's not going to be a productive conversation.
Oh, no, I'm going to take it away,
Yeah.
mull it over, maybe draw a conclusion. So
Give
what
the
do
contingency
you have?
argument.
What
Okay.
do you have? Because my criteria is quite big.
Okay.
Give the contingency
I'll give you a syllogism then. Yeah.
Syllogism.
I'll give you a basic argument.
Okay.
Anything that begins to exist has a cause.
Uh-huh.
Do you accept that premise?
First premise. Anything that begins. Anything.
Yes.
Can you support that premise?
How? Okay, I can support it in
That's on
terms
you,
of
brother.
the observations that we have.
Okay.
There's nothing to say to the contrary. That's why that premise seems sound.
So, based upon your first premise, observations that you've had,
Observations that everybody's had. There's no
everybody
there's
on planet Earth.
Yeah, there's no evidence to the contrary. The only way.
Oh, no, we're not dealing with
One
that.
second, you've asked me a question, yeah? So my premise was anything that begins to exist has a cause.
Yeah.
You said, what's my evidence for that? I'm saying observation. You said your observation. I'm saying observation that we have inductively, that nobody has observed something to the contrary. So the way for you to disprove this premise would be to provide me evidence on the contrary.
I can't disprove a negative, brother. So what I'm saying is observation. Who was doing the observation? Was it
Human beings.
human beings were doing the observation?
Correct.
And what kind of observations were they doing? Was it with instrumentation, with their own senses?
So far, any observation of the universe that's been done, we haven't come to the conclusion that something that negates this premise, that anything that begins to exist.
Just because
has a
something
cause.
doesn't negate, therefore,
Sorry, that's a non-point. Do you agree with that premise or
I
not?
do not agree.
Okay.
I'm
what's-
wondering,
Why do you not agree with it?
have you observed everything in the universe?
That's got nothing to do with this point.
No, it has. You said
No,
you
no,
said
no,
you've
no.
observed the universe.
So
Have you observed every single thing in the universe?
that's a non-criteria. We don't know everything that there is in the universe.
So-
1 second. So according to that, we can't draw any logical arguments because we haven't observed everything in the universe.
So what you've observed so far?
That's all human beings can do, right?
Yeah. So the first premise again was
And
anything that begins to exist.
let me satisfy
Is
another
that
one of
anything
you.
that begins to exist
Has a
so
cause.
far?
Anything that begins to exist has a cause.
Oh no, so I can't give you that.
Then you'll have to disprove it then. What's your-
Disprove? No, I don't have to disprove it.
If you
You're making
disagree with it,
You're making the claim.
Yeah,
So substantiate your claim
I have.
with what?
Through observation, both a priori and I would say even a posteriori as well.
Yeah. So after the event, you've observed everything has a cause.
Yes. The principle of sufficient reason.
Okay. Sufficient. So what was your observation on the universe?
Exactly what I've just stated.
One second. In his initial state, what caused the universe? What observation did you see?
You didn't listen to what I said a
I
moment before.
listened explicitly what you said. What
Did you
is
hear me say a priori?
yeah, a priori after the event?
No, if you've understood what a priori means, why are you asking me for observations?
You've observed. We have observed the Big Bang, no? Do you agree?
The last statement that I said, observation comes under a posteriori.
Yeah.
I added a priori. A priori doesn't need observation, doesn't need empirical evidence. It's necessary truths. So this, I would argue, is a necessary truth.
Necessary truth. Can you give me an example of a necessary truth?
Necessary truth, mathematics, something that you read, according to you, regularly. Because you have to accept mathematics axiomatically.
Okay. And we can derive all truths from mathematics?
Not all truths, no.
Not all.
No, of course not.
Some.
You can't derive morality from mathematics.
Observations of the universe.
Again, not everything. Otherwise, if we had everything from mathematics, we wouldn't have other subjects.
I'm trying to word it properly. Through observation or axiomatics.
I said mathematics is axiomatic, just
Logic.
like the PSR, the principle of PSR, the principle of sufficient reason, which informs my first premise. It's axiomatic, without which our understanding of the universe breaks down. We can't do anything. So for you to say the first premise doesn't work,
I never
then
said it didn't work.
you didn't accept it. For you to reject that first premise, you have to reject everything.
I was trying to get you to substantiate your first premise.
I already did, a priori. And you can defeat it by giving me something that does have a beginning, that doesn't have a cause.
Yeah, I will. The universe.
Does the universe begin to exist?
No.
You don't believe in the Big Bang?
It's not well defined.
That's not why I asked you. Do you believe in the Big Bang?
I believe there was a Big Bang, but we haven't fully understood what it is.
Right. But was there a point from which the universe came? That, I think there's agreement on that point.
The consensus.
Yeah.
But that's a consensus. Does not make it true in all cases.
So you can give me a case in which it's not true, because that doesn't qualify.
I'm leaning towards a multiverse.
There's no evidence for a multiverse.
You sure?
Yes.
Can you show me?
Can I show you no evidence for the multiverse?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. There's no evidence for the multiverse.
Where?
There's no evidence.
You're not being sincere.
Of course I am.
Be sincere, my friend. I'm trying. This is a good faith argument.
Yes.
And you offered your hand.
What you said shows, ironically, that you're not being good faith, because I've just told you there's no evidence.
You're repeating what I said.
One second.
I can't, brother.
One
you
second.
showed me your hand.
Yes.
Is that
i.e.
sincere?
there's no evidence. So there's no. Is there evidence in my hand?
Of what I just asked for.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible, man. This is not good. This is not good.
I think what's terrible is
that's
one
mockery,
second.
no?
What's terrible is I said there's no evidence for the multiverse. You said, can you give me that there's no evidence for the multiverse?
Yeah.
No, the burden of proof is on you to provide evidence for the multiverse, because you believe it to be a theory.
Yeah.
It's an active claim.
Uh-huh.
An active claim requires evidence, right?
Yeah.
I'm not making an active claim.
The Quran says that Allah is the Lord of the worlds, plural.
Yes.
Is it not?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's evidence of a multiverse.
Doesn't necessarily mean multiverse.
It could be that.
Could be planets.
Yeah, but it could be multiverse. Lord of the worlds would imply there's civilizations on those different worlds, maybe. It doesn't necessarily imply anything, but you could say that Lord of the worlds means what he's saying. You could say that, couldn't you?
But I would entertain that point if I was speaking to another theist, right?
Yeah.
Because we would be debating scriptures. He's an atheist. He wouldn't accept that premise anyway.
But would you say Lord of the worlds could be a multiverse? It could be, couldn't it?
We'd have to look. according to the
I don't
plain
mind.
reading of the text, according to the plain reading of the text, that's not the conclusion.
What
The
does-
Quran doesn't say multiple universes.
Does the Quran say anything at all? I've got no idea, so I don't know about alien life.
The Quran, there's a reading that you can take aliens
Which is what? Can you tell us what it is?
in terms of.
Is there any evidence or Muslims who look at the Quran and say this is talking about alien
You'd have
life?
to ask them. This conversation at the moment, we're talking about something else. Yeah?
I'm very interested in
Yeah.
what Islam might say about alien life. Sorry, I didn't mean to divert. Sorry, mate, I didn't mean to divert your debate.
Right. So you believe there's a multiverse, right?
I do believe
That's
that.
what
yeah.
I call breakfast.
So what's the evidence for that multiverse?
They did the mathematics on it. Right?
By who?
Credible cosmologists, astrophysicists, some of the greatest that have ever lived.
Okay, name me some.
Professor Brian Greene.
Brian Greene believes in a multiverse. And he's got equations to prove it? That's a big claim.
Yeah,
I'm going to need to
I'm
see
sure.
evidence for that.
I'm sure. And Roger Penrose. Roger Penrose. He's pretty good. Mathematician.
He is, but he doesn't claim that there is evidence for a multiverse. He's provided a theory to which he's working towards. It's actually the oscillating model,
Yeah, a scientific theory, yeah.
a scientific theory not based upon scientific evidence. At the moment, it's a hypothesis.
What I read, from what I've read,
Well, you read that there's empirical evidence.
I'm sure of it. Let me go back and have a look and I'll let you know further.
Okay.
So again, leading astrophysicists, mathematicians have postulated a multiverse.
What do you mean postulated?
They are saying, yeah, so are you denying them?
Right, so the
Who are
criteria.
people who are experts in the field, study their whole lives on this, and they can say, well, I'm believing in them.
Right, so there's not one single peer-reviewed journal that uses empirical scientific evidence that proves multiverse. You won't be able to provide me one.
I'm not sure. Let me have a look. Let me do my research. I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Even if there's not, I still believe.
Well, you can. You're free to believe it.
Thank you.
Of course.
So what was your
So
claim?
my argument was, I'll tell you the three premises, and then you can tell me what you agree, what you disagree. Anything that begins to exist has a cause. The universe began to exist, therefore the universe had a cause.
No.
You'll
No.
have to tell me what you
Yeah,
disagree
we've just
with.
gone
and
through
why.
that. We've just gone through it.
No, but
Multiverse.
your response to that wasn't sufficient. So I
For-
want something sufficient for you to reject the premise.
We don't know where the universe comes from. It might be caused by God, but that's just a theory.
Do you see? His response was multiverse, which is unproven. So that is not enough to negate the premise.
But your God is unproven.
We're not even there yet.
Just because you don't
So
know,
far.
You're right.
Look, just because you don't know the cause of something, you're assuming that it must be a God. We don't know what
I
it
haven't
is.
made that claim yet.
Sorry, I'm
Listen
running.
to the argument. Yeah. Anything that begins to exist has a cause. The universe began to exist. Therefore, the universe had a cause.
So once again, with that, the universe began to exist.
Yes.
Do you have any evidence for that?
Yes, I've got evidence for that, and you've agreed with this evidence by saying there is scientific consensus on this.
Or you're going ad populum?
No, I'm saying that you've admitted this in case you forgot. Cosmic microwave, background radiation, redshift, things that have been peer-reviewed, that are in the scientific literature, that are observed, and that is the dominant theory for a reason, right?
Dominant theory.
Yes.
Scientific theory.
Theory
Yeah.
is a bad guy.
And theory in science means different to theory.
I understand. Layman theory. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Using a scientific method.
Because nothing in science is
So
absolute,
again,
right?
That's right. So
Yeah.
this claim is not absolute.
This claim is not absolute in terms of empirical evidence.
Yeah.
But I would argue, even if we don't take empirical evidence, we can switch to contingency, which is a philosophical argument. But for now, I don't feel that you've given me enough of a reason to switch.
Okay.
So at the moment, we're still on this premise
Yeah.
that can you prove to me Or can you tell me why the universe is uncaused? Because that's the only alternative
Yeah,
you're giving me.
because of the scientific theories that we have, providing a multiverse.
It's been edited by people.
It's not 100% certain, but I'm leaning towards that,
Right.
which is more or less the same as yours. It's not proven that the Big Bang was the start of this universe.
No, there's a difference. Big Bang is a scientific consensus. Multiverse is not at all.
Is a
remote.
consensus meaning proven?
No, consensus meaning majority of the scientists accept it and it's the dominant theory of the time.
Got it. Again, is it 100% certain?
Nothing in science is 100% certain.
So again, you're not certain of it. You're not 100% provey of it. I can go with that model.
Yeah, but that's you're switching in the sense that if we are using the paradigm of science to have this debate,
Yeah.
then according to the paradigm of science,
Uh-huh.
Big Bang is sufficient as evidence.
Yeah.
If you are now going philosophically and saying that look, it's not certain, well then we have to venture out of science because science doesn't claim to give certainty, right?
Again, the Big Bang is not the start of the universe. It doesn't initiate the universe.
The current scientific model tells us it does.
No.
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
An
it
an
absolutely does.
infinite, dense, hot state.
Yes.
Infinite.
No, it doesn't.
It's not
say
infinite.
That. It doesn't say that. Which credible peer-reviewed journal says infinite, dense state? It doesn't say that.
I'm going to have to bring
I've
you the
studied
paper.
it. It doesn't say that.
Is the universe like finite according to the Quran?
Look, you keep taking it to the Quran. He's not interested in
No,
the
I'm-
Quran.
I'm
He's an
ask-
atheist.
I'm asking you.
You're asking me,
Yeah,
but it will
yeah.
derail from the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do you
no
see?
problem, bro. Afterwards,
You
Sorry.
kind of made an invalid point earlier because you don't. Would you say that the Big Bang is the cause, is the birth of everything, like atoms and matter and elements and things
Big
like
Bang.
Big Bang.
Science.
My premise is the universe began to exist.
that? Right.
Yeah. Big Bang could be one of the ways, but if he wants to claim multiverse, all he's done is he's pushed the question of how did it all begin back.
Regression.
No, but the
Do you
thing
see?
is-
So look, so one universe you can't prove. Okay, the cause, was it caused or not? He's just pushed the question back. Multiverses back,
Yes.
but the question
Yes.
still stands.
Still stands.
What was the cause of the multiverse?
Okay, but maybe there was no beginning. Maybe the universe, maybe matter has always existed.
He's not saying that.
There's multiple.
But look, the multiverse is a theory.
Yeah, a scientific one.
Right.
It's not a scientific theory. It's a hypothesis.
So
sorry.
is God. That's a hypothesis.
We haven't gone there yet.
It's not a scientific hypothesis.
We haven't gone there.
Yeah, but he's not
Sorry,
saying
go
the
ahead.
guy's got
Yeah, no
bad-
problem.
the guy's
So,
bad.
So you were sent to disprove that the universe,
Yeah.
or rather you were going to prove that the universe is uncaused. Even if we take your multiverse into consideration, can you prove that the multiverse was uncaused? And what would your evidence be?
To me, like, say what they say.
I'm gonna have to word this, articulate this a little better. Didn't know I was gonna come here today and discuss this, but I'm gonna go away and write my paper and bring it to you next week for sure.
I look forward to it, right?
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much.
What's your name?
Charles.
Charles. Nice to meet you, Charles.
Thank you.
Take care.